Okay, so we all remember that one iconic moment from Friends, right? I'm talking about the trivia game, the high stakes, lightning round, battle of the sexes for that amazing purple apartment. It was one of the funniest, most memorable bits in the entire series. But have you ever stopped to think, what if one tiny detail had gone the other way?
It sounds like a simple question, doesn't it? But trust me, it completely unravels the show as we know it. Because that loss wasn't just a punchline, it was a massive turning point. So let's do this. Let's play it out. What really would have happened if Monica Geller had actually won?
All right, let's go right back to that moment. It's the final question. The pressure is on. And for Monica, the stakes could not have been higher. You have to remember, this wasn't just about her home, this was about her entire identity. She is the competitive one, the organized one. Losing that apartment wasn't just an inconvenience, it was a devastating blow to her pride. Now, in our reality, she blanks on Chandler's job. A transponster! And that's it. It's all over. But let's imagine an alternate timeline just for a second. Ross asks the question, and she knows it. She screams the answer. She wins. And suddenly, it's not Monica and Rachel miserably packing their bags. It's Chandler and Joey who have to move across the hall.
Okay, so what's the immediate fallout? Well, right away, the entire power dynamic of the group just flips. A win for Monica isn't just about her keeping the apartment, not at all. It's about reinforcing exactly who she is. Her victory basically validates her entire worldview, her competitiveness, her need for control. It strengthens her confidence as the best in the group. She's not just the winner, she's been proven right. And that kind of confidence, well, it's going to have a ripple effect on everyone around her, starting with the guys.
Now let's talk about Chandler and Joey. In the original timeline, they kind of hit the jackpot, right? They get a bigger, cleaner apartment. It's a huge upgrade for them. But in this what if world, oh man, their lives get turned completely upside down. This is where things got really interesting. For Chandler, losing the apartment created this playful, vulnerable back and forth with Monica as they tried to get it back. It was a key building block for their romance down the line. But if Monica wins, he just loses. Hard. His confidence might take a real hit, and who knows how that changes the relationship. And Joey? Can you imagine Joey's laid-back, messy lifestyle under Monica's hyper-organized roof? It'd be a constant source of tension. So the whole storyline flips on its head. Instead of Monica and Rachel scheming to get their place back, you'd have Chandler and Joey doing everything they can to escape Monica's control. That desperation would lead to totally new, probably even more chaotic, comedic situations. But you know what? The single biggest change wouldn't even be with the guys. Nope. It would be with Rachel Green. Her entire 10-season journey, from runaway bride to independent woman, is so deeply connected to what happened in that apartment. Look at the difference here. In our timeline, losing the apartment creates discomfort. It's a disruption that forces Rachel out of her comfort zone. It's exactly the push she needed to grow towards real independence. But if Monica wins, Rachel's world stays stable, maybe too stable. Her evolution would slow way down. She'd probably rely on Monica for a lot longer, delaying the very pressures that shaped her into the person she became. So, a simple trivia win doesn't just keep things normal. It actually removes a crucial catalyst for change for one of the show's main characters. And that right there, that's the real twist in this whole thought experiment. And this brings us to a much bigger idea, one that goes way beyond just friends. It's about storytelling itself. Because when you look at it closely, this moment was so much more than just a funny gag about switching apartments. It was a carefully designed moment. It was engineered by the writers to serve a much larger purpose. It was meant to force every single character out of their comfort zone, creating this imbalance that the rest of the season would have to resolve. And that's what we call a catalyst for change. It's that one moment that creates just enough chaos to force characters to adapt, to grow, and frankly, to become more interesting. Losing the apartment was a perfect example of this. Out of that chaos, we got new humor, new stories, and real character development. This is the central thesis right here. This is the whole ballgame. If Monica had won, sure, things would have been smoother, but they also would have been flatter, kind of boring. In great storytelling, you need friction. You need characters to face obstacles, because comfort is the enemy of progression. So, what would the story actually lose if she won?
Well, you lose the tension of them trying to get the apartment back. You lose the urgency. You lose that huge catalyst for Rachel's growth. You lose some of the most hilarious, memorable moments in the show. And you lose a core reason for these characters to adapt and change at all.
And that's really the ultimate takeaway. Monica winning might have felt like a victory in that moment, but it would have quietly weakened the entire story that came after. It just goes to show you that sometimes the moments we think of as losses, they're actually the very things that move the story and maybe even our own lives forward.